Did it start? Is it recording? Sweet. Beautiful. Hello everyone, Micah here, and I actually have my wife with us today as well. She's going to be joining in. I was going to pull one card, and then 5 came out. So this is the second time that this has happened today, because I was going to pull one card this morning, and 5 came out. Interestingly enough, 3 of the 5 cards are the same cards I pulled this morning after shuffling. So the message is very clear. And I'm going to go through each card and kind of tell you the crystals I have out and what the cards mean, what the message is. If she has any input, she may throw some stuff in there. While we are doing this, I will be smoking. It's going to be a communion with Mother Earth, Mother Gaia, our crystalline hearts, and kind of elevating and raising that awareness and that consciousness within our reality to help soothe our inner beings, because we're a little high strung right now with everything going on, and the cards kind of tell us that too. So without further ado, let's spark. And just so you are aware, marijuana is legal in the state that I live in. It is made both recreational and medicinally. If you're interested in using cannabis as a healing modality, do your research. There are different strains that do different things for our bodies, and it is amazing. Right now, I'm smoking on chocolate skunk. It has been really helping me. It kind of like stretches me a little bit. It grounds me, but it also helps me maintain a balanced space, if you will. So, here's another toke.
It's also really good for inflammation and autoimmune disorders. I'm diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder, and marijuana alleviates inflammation and pain, and it makes me want to eat things, and it's just all around good medicine.
Fun facts. Pouring water out for the homies. Alright. So, I really wanted to make this like we were chilling, like we were hanging out. I know a lot of you are dealing with some shit, right? Let's just be honest. We all dealing with some shit right now. So, let's dive into these crystals first. So, I have labradorite, Lemurian quartz, optical calcite, mystic merlinite, and Apache tears, and blue lace agate, indigo kyanite. I also have this beautiful little dolphin that presented itself. My incense keeps going out. Do y'all know what the hell that means? Because I'm going to have to do some research on that. Looks like my microphone fell over too. Our energy is just... Gotta relight the incense. So we got some dolphin energy. It's coming through. Just to kind of like really help us see the bigger picture. Understand that everything's okay. So, these cards, let's get into them. So I have these two together, propped up against the labradorite. So this is, man, this camera does not do this justice. So this is the blue flame. Spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. What a card to come out, let me tell you. And then we have, you got a call?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
I mean, I did. I'm good.
Then we have jump in. Get that Andromeda.
Both feet.
Yeah. Andromeda energy, adventure, say yes to change. Then we have Inner Earth. These are some beautiful cards. This camera really doesn't do it justice. New camera coming soon. Okay. Which is, you'll survive this, new solutions and beginnings. I don't think I have to say a whole lot. It's saying it for me. Thank you, Brother Earth. Thank you, Brother Gaia, for being here with us. Fall into my arms. Surrender, holding the opposite extremes of life. So I did a little bit about that card earlier, and the other ones as well. The Great Serving, Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So yeah, let's talk about these cards. They have a very profound message. First, this is the first time I've had the blue flame card come out, and I am hella excited about it. Because when I got this deck and I flipped through the deck, this card popped out to me. It literally called to me, part of probably my favorite card in the whole deck. I don't know why, other than the fact that I have an affinity for blue. I've kind of come into some encounters where I've been known to be blue or be seen as blue and astral. Still kind of uncovering all of that, so it's a process for us all, right? However, let's talk about the message: spontaneous awakening, activation, integration time. Most of us are surrounded by the idea or thought process of the coronavirus. So we are being activated. We're being awakened. We're being asked to integrate our shadows, to really look at our fears, our anxieties, our paranoias, to really dive into our inner space, right? That inner earth, and kind of look at our anger and all of the conflict in our lives, to surrender, to fall into the opposite, to balance the anger and the conflict, and to allow ourselves to soften to love. And then, Andromeda is really known for healing, associated with the Arcturian energy as well. They love adventure, and they love change. And love is about change, right? Love is about allowing something to blossom, to observe it from our own space within, and allow it to be as it is. And if we allow things to be as they are, and we love that from our distance, we can grow a beautiful garden. You have to cultivate the right soil and water it, right? We are that flower. We're that inner space. It does not want to be lit, does it?
No, I think it's because it's bumpy.
Yeah, something about the way it was dipped, probably. Anyways, we're being asked to dive into ourselves, and not to be afraid of change, or of what's going on in our reality. I know people are scared. I can feel it. I have a tattoo on my arm. I feel it in my bones. It's also a Tegan and Sarah song. Nod to them. Been listening to them since I was a young one. But yeah, we can't get swept away in this fear, and can't get swept away in losing ourselves to the idea or the concept of a pandemic, or of an epidemic, right? Or of something killing us all. Because that's a plausible thing. But that's at any point in time that we are alive. And if you do your research and you kind of look into what's really going on, they're really just trying to scare us into whatever box they want to scare us into. Can we also ask why why people are buying so much toilet paper? If this is an upper respiratory infection type thing that gives you pneumonia, you're not going to be shitting your pants. So can we ask, what are they doing with this 5G network? Can we talk about that? Because I think that might have something to do with what people are buying.
Well, and we talked about this yesterday, and the only reason I bring it up is because I just want to share it, is we're so programmed to think that we need bread, toilet paper, and milk for the apocalypse, when really, get toilet paper if you're going to be quarantined for a couple weeks. Make sure you leave enough for the people in poverty who can only buy stuff every couple days, and eat your vegetables and drink your water.
And that's the thing. if you're taking care of yourself, your health isn't in question with what's going on. It is those that don't have, that were born or don't have an immune system, that are the ones that are compromised, right? And if you look at who has access to healthcare or who is living in poverty, most of the people who need the medical care or something like that are actually the ones getting sick and like dying, right? That those are the ones that are kind of, how do you put this? They're the ones that we need to look at and to shed light on, right? Or the ones that are going to be affected. All of us are affected, and so that's why if each of us individually take care of ourselves, we will be able to connect with one another without having to connect with one another. And that's the if you look at the other side of what's going on, it's giving us the ability to, how do you put this, to bridge gaps, right? This is the first time I've smoked all day, and it is absolutely amazing. The last few days have been a ride. And that's part of the reason why I'm making this video. It's something different, something new. I want to step outside of my comfort zone and be open and vulnerable with you guys and just let you know that, like, hey, this is who I am, and I'm not hiding that. So yeah, just stay positive. Take care of yourself. Healing the lungs of Mother Gaia as we smoke. Allowing that energy to just mix and mingle and kind of look like this eye and this splash, right? Can you just jump in? You're just jumping in to inner earth. Look at this. You jump into inner earth to find new solutions and new beginnings. These cards have so many messages. It is so beautiful. Can we talk about activation and integration? Like this is literally what is activating and integrating us right now. It's a process, because we all have our own process, our own awakening process. I guess the main message of this video, even from the cards, is just take this time to love yourself. Take this time to look at your life and where you are falling yourself short, keeping yourself from your highest, right? Well, I'm also integrating these aspects, and so it's the energy is just very beautiful. It kind of shows us, like, hey, like, even if you think you have it all figured out or you're going in the right direction, you can be like at any point in time, and that is really what chaos is with harmony, is being able to walk in stride, learning every step of the way, understanding that your life is art, and so time doesn't exist even if there's a clock ticking, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, we are here to soften to love. That, I think that is a major aspect to life that I see everywhere. See it everywhere. Think about it. People are just short and snippy, and then when they're in relationships, it's all about what can you give me. It's not what can we grow together. It's like, what do I get out of this relationship? There's so much more with just coexistence, just allowing people to be who they are. That is love. And that's kind of like, I know that's hard to see when you're looking at what is going on the big picture. There's a lot of people that understand that this is like biowarfare, understanding that this is the government attacking people. Like, there's so many different layers to this one little, like, stroke. It's a tiny stroke, and it's a reminder to put your health in your hands. Like, my wife is like immunocompromised, so there's a level of awareness that comes into your life when you start thinking about how you take care of yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Like when we met, I had just kind of begun to understand what it was, but then it was almost like a door open when we met. It was like, yo, dude, you gotta get your shit together. And that's when I started changing my diet and I started changing my exercise and I started realizing that just the way I was thinking about life was literally controlling my every move. And that, like, these cards, it's, you don't want to sit with that, but think about being quarantined. What are you going to be sat with? I wrote down in my journal several months ago, what was it? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
It was a poem or something. It was like, what if you had to sit? Yo, I'm about to freak out. I can't remember what day I wrote this. All right, so but it was around 11:09.
That was 2 days before.
Or it may not have been. It may have been after she passed and we got back. I can't remember because it doesn't have a date. Time is an illusion. But I'm supposed to share this right now.
Doesn't matter, yeah.
Yeah. 1 minute of silence goes a long way. 2 minutes. Ooh. This is what energy does when you take it in the moment. This is synchronicity, guys. This is following your heart. This is doing what doesn't make sense. This is proof that it exists. If you need it, you got it. If you're watching this, you can feel it. And that's all that matters. Damn. That's why I smoke. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah. 1 minute of silence goes a long way. 2 minutes of silence enchants gold. 3 minutes of silence rumbles the ground. So that 4 minutes of silence can ring true that I thought I died in a car wreck. I thought I died in a drowning. You see, death is a funny thing when you see time differently. Imagine what 5 hours of meditation in your own silence can unleash. Sitting at the bottom of the ocean for 10,000s of years is a hell of a thing. Love will always find a way. Fire rages deep in the chest of Adonai, where no one dares to venture. Oh, do they know? A bitch just got unleashed. Fire never rains down, it boils up. Fuck the system, it's just code below. Watch for the creature lurking as Antohi. He's a funny snake preaching. Take the heart. Ooh, shit, I didn't realize I wrote this. Take the heart to the sacral, swirl it around. Twinkle, twinkle, watch the stars fall out. Been sick, sitting, wishing, waiting, while meat postures fuck up the way again. Follow your heart and hope to die. What a way to set an illusion. Siphoning souls from the down low is a no-no. Let's talk real individuals, heard micro at macro levels, transcended the fifth dimension, eclipsing the sun. Watch how it rains down upon you. Rest assured there will be a rising from the east unknown to man, wicked deep in all the sand, raging war over all mankind. Walk towards your human and watch it all come together like a dream built by the Matrix bitch. Ascended Master Miracle. I have a hard time expressing my emotions and talking. And so that has been taken advantage of sometimes, and I now understand why I had to share that now, right now. Because I'm not scared, and you shouldn't be either, but just know that there is something out there that you need to be aware of. There's a darkness that you don't know about. And that has it in there. And I'm being told to read it again. One minute of silence goes a long way. 2 minutes of silence enchants gold. 3 minutes of silence rumbles the ground, so that 4 minutes of silence can ring true that I thought I died in a car wreck. I thought I died in a drowning. See, death is a funny thing when you see time differently. Imagine what 5 hours of meditation in your own silence can unleash. Sitting at the bottom of the ocean for 10,000s of years is a hell of a thing. Love will always find a way. Fire rages deep in the chest of Adonai, where no one dares to venture. Oh, do they know a bitch just got unleashed? Fire never rains down, it boils up. Fuck the system, it's just a code below. Watch for the creature lurking as Antohai. He's a funny snake preaching. Take the heart to the sacral, swirl it around. Twinkle, twinkle, watch the stars fall out. Been sick, sitting, wishing, waiting, while meat postures fuck up the way again. Follow your heart and hope to die, what a way to set an illusion. Siphoning souls from the down low is a no-no. Let's talk real individuals. Heard micro and macro levels transcended the fifth dimension, eclipsing the sun. Watch how it rains down upon you. Rest assured there will be a rising from the east unknown to man. Wicked deep in all the sand, raging war over all mankind, walk towards your hue, men, and watch it all come together like a dream built by the Matrix, bitch. And we're just, whatever you want to call me. This is me, my raw, authentic form. No barriers, no masks, unzipped from the inside out. So if you have any questions, you know the answers now. Do with the information what you will. Follow your intuition, your heart will guide you right. Even and odd is balanced. Infinite love, infinite light, infinite movement. Namaste.